Yo, what's up guys? My name is AFC Adina and welcome to a new video. In this video, your boy is bringing some hyper offensive gameplay to the table. Yes, I'm going to play an hyper offensive team again because I really wanted to play the Bishop. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play him behind screens since I don't have an Alone and Ninetales. And there's really no point in getting any other screen setters because Alone and Ninetales gets up the reflect and the light screen in one turn. And that's really important when you play hyper offensive because you want to give your opponents as less time as possible. And I'm running a Prankster Thunderwave Thunderous because I do not run sticky webs on this team, so having the priority Thunderwave to slow my opponent's Pokemon is really nice for the Bishop to outspeed certain things. And I do use a careful, especially defensive Jirachi, but it has no healing moves with Wish and Protect. It has Healing Wish and it has Stealth Rocks. So basically the Stealth Rocker of the team, and with Healing Wish it gives one of my sweepers or one of my damage dealers another chance in life. Now another chance to sweep again by healing them or curing them from a certain status condition. But yeah, hyper offensive is really not my forte because I hate 50-50 guys. I hate 50-50s, and with hyper offensive almost every turn is a 50-50. You either get the good side of the coin flip or the bad side, but on the other hand that could also be really exciting because the games go really fast, guys. The games do go really fast, but it's difficult to control the situation because with bulky offensive teams I usually can cover multiple options, but that's not the case in hyper offensive teams. Sometimes you just have to let the Pokemon die that's currently in, even though the Pokemon is really good against your opponent. And that's why lead matchups are really important, because it's really difficult to come back when something goes wrong on a hyper offensive teams. With bulky offensive teams you can kind of repair the damage that has been dealt to you. But yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this. If you want to see more hyper offensive gameplay, I'm definitely down. Let me know down in the comments. But without further ado guys, let's hop right into the video. Okay guys, we got a game against Mammoths. Mammoth also running in a hyper offensive team, so this game goes really quick. Thunderous is really good in this team. Bishop could put in the work, but he still has the Keldeo. I do need a Azumarill for the Volcarona, so it's something that's going to be important. But I think I just lead off with Thunderous here, because it does beat the majority of his team as he leads off with Lando. This could be like a Focus Sash, Stealth Rock Lando. But there's no point in switching from me. I'll just click Hidden Power Rise. If he clicks Stealth Rocks, I'm gonna kill him on the next hit. But yeah, he does turn out to be Focus Sash and he goes for Stone Edge. Unfortunately, he hit. If he missed that if he missed that Stone Edge, it would have been over right there because Thunder Wave would wreck his team and Ice Shard from Weavile is not gonna kill me. But yeah, at least he doesn't get up his rocks. I am going to go into Alakazam and I'm just going to click Psychic because it does hit his whole team aside from the Weavile, but I can just counter the Weavile if he does bring it in. So I'm just clicking Psychic as he does end up sacking his Landorus, so no Stealth Rocks for him. Now the Mimikyu comes in, and since I have the Focus Sash and I really need to break the disguise to beat this, I'm just gonna Psychic this. And he goes for the Sword Stance. He's most likely going to click Shadow Sneak right here because otherwise Alakazam is going to do a lot of damage to him. So I'm bringing in my Diggersby as he does, and I'm going for the Shadow Sneak. Really worked out, and I really hope Earthquake is going to knock him out. No, he actually lives with 4%, so that is really unfortunate because Diggersby would have been really nice against his team since I'm Choice Scarfed. But I do get rid of the Mimikyu because he dies to the Life Orb. But now I feel like I have to bring in the Azumarill because if he leads Volcarona, then I'm going to be in a really bad position if I don't have Azumarill out. And anyway, Azumarill does really well against the remainder of his team. But he does end up going into Pokeone, and I'm going to click Waterfall, because if he brings in the Keldeo on my Aqua Jet, that could put me in a really tough position. But he goes for the Giga Drain here. I get off my Waterfall, and he has a Special Berry. That's new to me. Usually Lumberry or something. That does mean that his team kind of struggles with Weavile, with Heatran. Even though he does have the Keldeo. But yeah, the Weavile comes in now. And Jirachi or Azumarill can still be useful with the Aqua Jet. Jirachi, on the other hand, it does kind of check the Staraptor, but it doesn't touch the Keldeo. So in that sense, I don't think I need Jirachi to win. And keeping the Aqua Jet from Azumarill could still be nice. So I'm just gonna sack Jirachi. And if he's Choice Banded, he's gonna stay locked in. So he knocks me out with knockoff. And oh, he actually takes Life Orb damage. That's really unfortunate, because he most likely has low kick if he's running Life Orb. And that means he can knock out my Bishop. And Alakazam's Hidden Power Fire doesn't do enough. And if I bring in Alakazam now, it's going to be obvious that I have counter on this thing. So then he might switch out, which could be really bad for me. So maybe a better play is to just Aqua Jet with Weavile, with Azumarill to put the Weavile in range. But I don't see Bishop winning because he does have the Keldeo. But if I get rid of this Weavile, there might be a possibility in winning. Let's just go Azumarill and click Aqua Jet. Maybe I'll knock him out with a crit. That would be awesome. But it was really unfortunate that I didn't knock out his Mimikyu with my Diggersby. Had I knocked him out, he would have known I would have been Scarfed. But if his only flying type was Staraptor, and if he did bring in the Staraptor, I could have just brought in my Jirachi and U-turned on whatever he brought in. So that really put me behind, not killing him with the Earthquake. But I also didn't caulk it, so perhaps I should have caulked it first and then U-turned first and then checked Jirachi to bring in my Diggersby. Yeah, I go for Aqua Jet. I don't knock him out. He goes for the knockoff, and that puts him at 19%. Obviously, if I could go Bishop and Sucker Punch, but if he could just if I bring in Bishop, he can just go hard Keldeo, and then I'm going to lose a Pokemon. So I need to go Alakazam, which means my Focus Sash will be broken. And if it's a Scarfed Staraptor, then that's going to be really troublesome. But yeah, I don't want, like, it's, if I bring in Bishop, he goes Keldeo, so I have to bring in Exam. And I'm going to click Hidden Power Fire. But he also might predict me to switch into Bishop just to get the Life Orb recoil damage and then preserve my Alakazam's Focus Sash. But I do need my Bishop to kill the Staraptor if it's Scarfed, so just gonna go for the Hidden Power Fire. Hopefully he predicts me with low kick or something. Oh, he does actually click low kick, so that's actually really good because now I knock him out. And he kind of has to go into his Staraptor because Keldeo is going to go down to Psychic. Yeah, goes into Staraptor and I think it's Scarfed. I'm going to bring in my Bishop because he could press Close Combat here, but if I were to stay in and click Psychic on a Close Combat, he dies and I win. But I think he should just click Brave Bird. Just because every time I bring in Bishop, he can just bring in Keldeo as he actually goes for the Close Combat. So if I had Psychic on his Close Combat, I would have won the game right here. Because I'm clicking Psychic now. And watch me lift this attack. Now he's gonna switch into Keldeo and then bring in Staraptor again. But Psychic kills the Keldeo. And I'm pretty sure close combat does less than half, because close combat first of all isn't stabbed, and if he's scarred then he doesn't get bonus damage. But yeah, Staraptor comes in and he's gonna knock me out with Brave Bird. So if I had psychicked on his if I'd psychicked on his close combat, I would have won. Yeah, the game could have also gone in a different direction if he missed the Stone Edge on my Thunderous, just imagine. But yeah, that's HO, guys. These coin flips happen. Let's just click. Let's give my boy Mammoths the GG. So let's PM him. Mammoths John. GG, bro. So I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, guys, we got a game against Gosu, and our games, guys, are always interesting, especially because we're now playing HO, so this is going to be a really fun game. I'm gonna lead off with Jirachi, because he might lead off with the Ninetales here, and she actually leads off with the Landorus, so I guess he expected me to think that he would lead with the Ninetales, but I'm going to click Stealth Rocks here, because since he's leading off with his Landorus, this might actually be a Focus Sash Stealth Rock Landorus as well, because that's usually what you run on a hyper offensive team, as Stealth Rocks and Explosions, so that they can't defog your Stealth Rocks away. I really love the idea, but I don't think he's clicking Earthquake. If he does, could play on his part, but I'm willing to risk it here, because if I get up Rocks as well, he has 3 Pokemon that are weak to Stealth Rocks, especially the Volcarona, who takes half of his health. So let's see. And he might also really want to get up the Rocks himself, because if you look at my team, I don't have any hazard removal. So he does go for the Stealth Rocks here, as I get up my own Rocks. And I'm actually going to go hard into Thunderous. Like, I could sack it here, but my team doesn't really switch in well against Earthquake. And I don't think he's going to click Stone Edge on a Jirachi, because I might as well have Ice Punch. So let's see. Actually goes for Sword Stance, and because of that I am definitely going to be faster. So I can click Hidden Power Rise here and get the damage off, as he actually clicks Explosion, so he does knock me out here. But I do get rid of the Landorus, which is another Earthquake switch gone. And that could be nice for my Diggersby. And talking about Diggersby, it's going in, boys. Because if he goes Ninetales, I'm just gonna click Frustration. And if he goes into his Thunderous, I click Frustration as well. And since I'm Choice Scarfed, I do beat the majority of his team. And if he goes Excadrill, I can Earthquake him before he Rapid Spins. Unless he is Choice Scarf himself. But then I'll still Earthquake, because I don't think he knocks me out. And if he wants... because he might really want to Rapid Spin and goes Excadrill now, since, like I said, he has 3 Pokemon that are weak to Stealth Rocks. So Rapid Spin could definitely be a play. Yeah, let's see what he does. He goes Excadrill. I get it in my Diggersby, and he takes Stealth Rocks damage first, so he's actually faster, which means he's Scarfed. But like I said, I'm still gonna Earthquake him. If he wants to Rapid Spin, that will cost him his Excadrill. And I don't think he knocks me out, because nothing is super effective on me. And he doesn't get a damage boost. So he does go for the Rapid Spin. He goes first. So this was Scarfed. But I knock out the Excadrill, which is nice. And Earthquake might still knock out the Ninetales. And maybe he thinks I'm Choice Bandit. So he actually goes into the into the Thunderous, but I'll go into my Jirachi here. Jirachi should not be 2-hit KO'd by a Life Orb Thunderbolt after Stealth Rocks. But he goes for Nasty Plot, and because I'm at full HP, I'm definitely going to live. And I'm going to attempt to get up my Rocks again. If he has Taunt, and obviously I can't. But we'll still try. Stealth Rocks are really important, so that really makes the game easier for me. So hopefully he doesn't have Taunt. Maybe he has T-Wave on this thing. Like, I have T-Wave on mine. He actually goes for Thunderbolt instead. Does 55% damage with leftovers, but I do get up my Rocks. And what I'm actually going to do right here is I'm going to bring in my... I'm going to go for the U-turn, because he might expect me to bring in my my Diggersby. So he might try to hit a coverage move, which hits both. And even if he knocks me out, I get in my Diggersby for free and click Frustration. He actually has Incinerate on this, but my Jirachi is a beast and lives with 3%. I get the U-turn off, and I get to bring in my Diggersby, and there's nothing that's going to switch into this Frustration, guys. And I'm pretty sure this Thunderous is going to die, because Frustration is stronger than Earthquake on Diggersby. I believe it's like 103 base power. So this is definitely going to... I think even a Bisharp might get 2-hit KO'd after Stealth Rocks. Don't quote me on that though. Yeah, the Ninetales comes in and I'm pretty sure this is actually going to die. Let's see. Frustration. 75. Yeah, straight through the graveyard. That's how we want it. So he doesn't get the Auroraville, which is really nice. And let's see what he brings in. He goes into the Bishop. I obviously can still use my Diggersby for his Thunderous, so I'm going to keep it. And what I could do here is actually sack my Jirachi. And it doesn't really matter what he does, because I have Alakazam with Encore. So if he subs, Swords Dances, I can Encore him. If he attacks, he basically gets nothing because Jirachi was already dead. And she goes for knockoff, and now I get to bring in my... I think going Alakazam is better because I need Azumarill committed to the Volcarona, and I need Diggersby committed to the Thunderous. So Alakazam is probably the best play here. And I'm just clicking counter because I do have Stealth Rocks up. If he goes Volcarona, Stealth Rocks damage, and Hail should put him in psychic range. But he goes for Swords Dance. Actually, guys, I should have just clicked Hidden Power Fire because he would have been in range of Aqua Jet. He would be in range of Aqua Jet after this Hidden Power Fire. And I'm behind a Focus Sash, so... he might actually predict me to go for another counter here, so that could be funny. But I should have just clicked Hidden Power Fire, especially if you wanted to switch here. I get off the Hidden Power Fire, it does 69% damage, so that means we win. 69 is the number, boys. But he goes for another Swords Dance, and like I said, I'm just clicking Hidden Power Fire. I have the Focus Sash. And I knock out this Bisharp, which is nice. Alakazam is faster than Thunderous, so he needs to T-Wave me. And Volcarona, I think I knock out the Volcarona after Stealth Rocks. We'll see. Let's bring in the Volcarona. And I honestly don't feel like caulking. Pretty sure it knocks him out. Come on, Alakazam is a beast. 50... Oh, he actually does 1%. Never mind, but it doesn't matter because I can just sack my Alakazam here and bring in a Azumarill with Aqua Jet. And he cannot bring in his Thunderous because it will get 2-hit KO'd. So we just sack this. Alakazam did his job. He goes for Giga Drain and basically heals nothing. And like I said, I bring in my Azumarill. If he switches out, he's going to die to Stealth Rocks. And Thunderous is getting 2-hit KO'd. So I can just Aqua Jet this and let Azumarill die to the Thunderous, and then Diggersby already wins because he cannot T-Wave me, like I said. He does get the Flame Body, but it doesn't matter. Thunderous comes in, and I'll just click Aqua Jet. Doesn't matter if he gets up 6 or 3 Nasty Plots and get to +6 because Diggersby's gonna come in and knock it out. He does knock me out with the Thunderbolt. But instead of bringing in a Diggersby, guys, I want to bring in a Bisharp because I cannot keep Bisharp on the bench, guys. Bisharp has to do something, and I'm going to click Knockoff. Yes, Thunderbolt, Nasty Plot, and Incinerate, but Incinerate doesn't knock me out. It does go for the Nasty Plot, most likely predicting the Sucker Punch. And I knock out the Thunderous, so Bisharp got a bit of the action as well. And let's give my boy Gosu the GG. GG, man. So HO versus HO, really interesting. Anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. If you'd like to see more, let me know down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more PvP content. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and check out my Discord server as well, as I am usually active on there. And with that, actually, that's basically it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.